Welcome back to our BJT Business Japanese series. In any Japanese company, communication vocabulary makes up the bulk of what you will hear and use every day, from routine emails to client negotiations. In this lesson, we are going to learn 30 essential business communication words. We'll move through them in rapid sets, giving you the correct pronunciation, the Romaji, the English meaning, and practical sentence examples. Let's look at the learning layout we'll be using today. At the top, a progress bar tracks our momentum. The center zones will display the kanji and romaji. Below that, you'll see a practical example sentence to show how the word operates in context, and a usage tip box at the bottom for quick insights. Transitioning from casual Japanese to business Japanese requires a shift towards specific verbs and nouns. Because these 30 words appear so frequently in BJT exams and office life, mastering them is a mandatory first step. Let's start our first set with 3 words for workplace updates. First, renraku, meaning contact or communication. For example, "Ato de renraku shimasu," I will contact you later. Next is hokoku, meaning report. And third, sodan, for consultation or discussion. Now for words used to verify information. Number 4 is kakunin, meaning confirmation or check. Number 5 is setsume, meaning explanation. When pronouncing setsume, hold the long A sound at the end. Kuwashiku setsume shimasu. I will explain in detail. Next is the vocabulary for sharing ideas. Shitsumon is question, and kaito is answer. If you want to share a thought, use iken for opinion. If you have a formal plan, use teian for proposal. Finally, yobo is a request, often from a customer. Let's pause for a quick recall check. Which of these is the correct English meaning of kakunin? If you chose confirmation, you are correct. These first 10 words form the ho-ren-so framework, a combination of hokoku, renraku, and sodan. This is the standard system for information flow and team alignment in Japanese corporate culture. Our second sprint covers task management. Word 11 is shiji, meaning instruction. Joshi no shiji ni shitagatte kudasai. Please follow your supervisor's instructions. Next is irai, a request or assignment, and henji, your reply. For general interactions, we use dengon for a message and kaiwa for a conversation, such as speaking with a client. Here is an important distinction. Uchiawase refers to a casual business briefing or a prep meeting. Kaigi is a formal, structured meeting. Using these correctly ensures you and your team are on the same page regarding the meeting's level of formality. Inside a formal kaigi, you might give a hapyo, or presentation. This often leads to giron, a discussion, and potentially kosho, a negotiation over contract terms or prices. Time for another quick recall. Do you remember the Japanese word for a casual business meeting or briefing? The correct answer is uchiawase. Selecting the right word for the right meeting type demonstrates your awareness of office protocol and helps you prepare the correct materials for the occasion. Our final sprint covers external relations. Word 21 is keiyaku, meaning contract. When both parties are aligned, you have reached doi, an agreement. To distribute information, you might send an oshirase, a notice, or receive a tsuchi, a notification. The act of sharing that information with the team is kyoyu. Jouhou o kyoyu shite kudasai. Please share the information. Finally, we have the words for handling friction. Your response or handling of a situation is your taiyo. If a client has a kujo, or complaint, you offer a shazai, an apology. To resolve it, you express kansha, appreciation, and ask for their kyoyoku, or cooperation. One last check. What is the English meaning of the word kujo? It translates to complaint. Understanding how to properly categorize complaints and apologies helps you handle difficult professional situations with the appropriate level of respect. Now that we've covered all 30 words, let's see how they function together in a realistic office dialogue. Take a look at Person A's opening line. プロジェクトについて相談したいです. Pause here and try to translate this. The translation is, I would like to discuss the project. Notice how sodan, for discussion, yobo for a customer request, and kyoyu for sharing information work together to resolve a business issue. Screenshot this master list for your daily review. In our next lesson, we will apply these concepts to business email and telephone vocabulary. Consistent review of this 30-word list is a practical way to move toward active, confident fluency in your daily workplace interactions.